Hi guys, this is your girl Lishajoya. Thank you so much for coming to this YouTube video. Um, for one, I want to thank you guys for all your love and support through the over 10 years I've been on YouTube. My channel may be small. I may only have like 2,000 subscribers, but it's still, every single one of you is actually really appreciated. That I just throw out my gratitude first. Um, because subscribing to a channel is a choice, not like we're pressuring you to subscribe to somebody's channel. You know what I mean? Um, so I just want to say thank you for that. Secondly, I want to say good morning or good day or good night, depending on what time of the day you're viewing this video. Hopefully, you guys are doing well, all of you, no matter if you're here to be a support or if you're here to get information off me or I don't know. It's anyways. This message is mainly for my son because this month has been a very hard month for me with the loss of my second life sister who passed in the real world. The challenges, the constant challenges at my job. Uh, Almost lost my job because someone can't tell the truth or even say what the truth is. They did not that they lied. They didn't even say what the truth is. So that's a story in itself. Uh, the war, I had to go to work. I had to go to work and had to go to a meeting, and pretty much it was like pulling teeth. Also with the pressure of me losing a few of my animals. We have a coyote, a bear problem, a dog problem, and a wild pig problem. So I have a whole gang of wild animals hunting my animals, and I've been trying to be aggressive to get all my animals in the house as much as possible. Um, so yeah, but I wanted to thank my son because a couple days ago he came by, surprised me with flowers, and his constant messages through text and through telegram and just in general, just to tell me how much he loves me, and just just it really got me through a lot. You know what I mean? And I just want to say thank you to my son because your kindness is beautiful or handsome. Sorry. I know your boy, handsome. Okay, but it's beautiful to me. Okay, that's the way I'm gonna interpret it. Um, I know we're all going through stuff right now, I guess, and people wise. Um, but I want to say my advice to you, and something that I had learned or relearned this month is that if somebody doesn't want to be in your life, let them go. You can only vie for somebody's attention only for so long. And if they're constantly bringing you into their drama and whirlwind, then you just need to separate yourself from it because it's like taking people's abuse for no reason. You know what I'm saying? When you could just walk away. Um, Also, this is something I just want to remind my son, or maybe just reminding myself, or reminding someone else watching this, whether you watch it now or you're watching it 25 years down the road. You know what I mean? You never know. If someone doesn't want to be in your life, let them go. You know what I mean? If they're not going to value you, let them go. I understand that some situations are harder to leave than others. Believe me, I know. I was in an off and on relationship of 22 years with a narcissist, and I didn't even know that was even narcissism until the last 4 months of it. So that's saying something. And when you learn to walk away, you may look like you're being selfish, but you're really being selfless. the difference, because being selfless, because you're putting your own needs above the person that's doing the abusing, so to speak. Um, but yeah, my son, I want to thank you for being there for me this month. Like I said, this was a very, very, very hard month on me on so many levels. It was like the hardest month. I mean, where I went through being sick. I still am a little sick. So got a little bit of congestion after all that's said and done. Um, but I'm still alive. I'm still ticking. I'm still fighting. Still pushing forward. Still moving forward. Still doing my thing. But the one thing that I wanted to say thank you again for is not just the fact that you brought me flowers. It's the fact that you took the initiative to show that you cared. It's not just say, "Oh, mom, I love you." You know what I mean? It's mom, I know you're going through some stuff. Because you know how I get when I go through stuff. I actually get quiet. I get into my own mind, and I try to introspect my thoughts. And so, and you know me very well. You know that I am a Sigma female and a Hayuka empath. So you know that I'm always trying to think about my words before I say them. And I also super internalize things all the time. Every time I'm over analyzing myself at every turn. Is my behavior this going to lead to this or lead to that? I'm always trying to think about my behavior and how it's going to affect other people, and also how it's going to affect me and my environment, like 25 to 1,000 steps in advance, depending on the situation. But I really appreciate the fact that you came by. Not only did you know that I needed that time to just collect myself and just to calm myself down before I can talk to anybody, but you knew your encouraging words to me, even as my son, giving me encouraging words to his own mother, me, was beautiful to me. And it just shows that I raised you right as a human being. You know, I try to teach people to be a compassionate person, kind people. Sometimes people need their space. Sometimes people need for you to just go right on over and just try to comfort them, because that's the thing they need in the moment, you know? Sometimes, again, people need space. You can't always interfere in people's personal space because they need that time to calm down and to level their mind down. Thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate that. So I ended up wanting to thank my son for his kindness that he's given me this month and allowing me that time just to personally heal, not just physically from the illness I got from my coworker, but all the healing of the loss of my sister. Um, I've lost a few animals. I've dealt with nonstop problems at work all month long. I mean, all month long. It's crazy. And I've had a fight with my boss. Of course, I didn't really scream at him like I wanted to, but I did have a very calm discussion with him where he could not even quibble, he could not argue, and I made my point clear. And he realized I was right, even though he didn't want to physically say it, but his quietness just showed me that he's I defeated him. I fought for a promotion. Oh wait, let's back this up. I fought this for a chance at a promotion. Keyword chance. I had fought for um, myself. I stood my ground. People think that's because I'm calm and I'm collective that I'm weak, and I'm not. I'm quite the opposite. Don't let my quietness be a sign that I'm a weak person. In fact, it's a sign that someone's thinking about their behavior and their actions and their reactions before they make them, and how it impacts others and impacts themselves. Everything as a Hyuka empath slash Sigma female is always calculated. Always. And we don't do well at being wronged. My son knows me that way. He knows that I just need that moment just to calm myself down. He knows it. And he came in telling me, "Mom, you're beautiful. You're strong." Positive affirmations that I taught him. Now he's giving back to me. Yeah. Talking about parenting coming back in my face. I just want to say thank you to my son, because sometimes we just need a positive word just to keep us on, you know what I mean? And um, just this, the whole mantra of just teaching people to encourage, to be kind, to show a compassion. And so I just want to again say thank you to my son, because I really needed it. Sometimes people come in your life for a reason and they leave for an even better reason. You know, and I know we're all going through stuff right now. You know what I mean, like on different levels with people in general. But if someone wants to leave out of your life, let them go. It's hard to let people go, but it's okay. Because when something leaves your hand, something better is coming back in your hand. The key word is better. I've had experienced that many times over. And so if this job decides it doesn't want to give me the promotion, or tries to, dangle the promotion in front of me as a little carrot, I won't be at this job for much longer. I'm just not going to take that. I would rather risk losing everything than to risk losing my morals, or risk losing my standards as a person. And my standards are very high. I've been at my job for almost 3 years, and someone else is being promoted, or potentially being promoted, that's only been there for 6 months, but is a man. And I work for a boss that is not of the American culture, so sexism is very much prevalent. And I know that. So this is why, as a woman, I have to think like a man. You know, my boss says, "Well, Lisha, you are too emotional." Well, if I'm defending my coworkers, if one of my coworkers is dissing all of the other coworkers and thinking that they're high and mighty and the best thing since sliced bread, I'm going to defend my coworkers. Even though some of my coworkers can be kind of lackluster, but everybody has a function. Not everybody at my job is an arm or a leg or a kidney or a mouth or an eyelash in the body, you know what I mean, so to speak. You can't Everybody cannot all be arms. Everybody cannot be eyes. Not everybody can be lips. You know what I mean? Everybody's got to be a different part of the body, and we all function differently. We all have different functions in order to make the whole restaurant, the whole business work as a whole. And this one person was just dissing everybody and saying, "Oh, well, I'm the only one that cares." And I called her butt out in front of my boss. And I was so angry. I was shaking and crying. I was so mad because it was the principle of the matter. You know what I mean? I've never called off work in the 3 years I've been at my job. Yet I feel like I'm being walked on and stepped on. So, you know what I mean? If I don't get my promotion or have a hope, if I don't do my training by September 2nd, which is supposed to be my official training date, then I'm leaving. I'm leaving my job. And it's my morals, it's my standards, it's, you know, it's just how I am. And I taught my son the same thing. You know what I mean? If something doesn't sit right, something doesn't act right, if something doesn't be right, it's okay to leave. It's okay. It's gonna hurt for a moment. Sometimes pain can give you can either let it hurt you or make you more compassionate and make you more learning, like of a lesson you have to learn. So I just want to thank my son very much for the flowers he brought me. Um, him just showing up and just letting me talk it out, because he knows I keep things inside, like the real deep stuff. I share a lot of stuff on my channel, but I also don't share like the deepest part, like the deepest, most, um, the abyss part of my soul. That's what I mean to say. But he knows me, and he knows that I overly internalize things. He knows I overly analyze everything. I overly analyze myself, and he knows I'm harder on myself than anybody else could be hard on me. And so he came over just to encourage me and keep me, keep telling me to fight on and telling me how much he loves me. And that is the key. The key is love. The key is love. Is loving yourself and loving others, and spread and showing the love by your actions and not just by what you say. And my son, he physically came over and just showed me how much he loved me, how much and everything, and it meant so much. So, in following my own advice, if I don't get this promotion or start to get the hope for the training to become for the promotion by September 2nd, that's when I'm supposed to start the official training, I will leave because I value myself. And I always taught my son to value himself. And if somebody or something is not, not doing right, let them go. Let it go. I've had to learn that lesson so many times over, and it hurts because we want to give people or a situation the benefit of the doubt, and it just comes back and proving us right. And we want to be proven wrong on that aspect. We want to give proven wrong that people can do better. You know what I mean? We want to be proven, no, we want to be proven right that people can do better. But people show us all the time that they're just like us humans. We all fall. We all not perfect. We all don't do right all the time. So I just want to say thank you for my son for being there for me. It was You've helped picked me up and put me back in the right emotional frame, and I appreciate that very much. You are an amazing son. You are a beautiful soul. I don't mean handsome, but you know what I mean when I say beautiful. You're amazing. You're kind. You're compassionate. You're also empathic. So you feel me, not just because we're mother and son, but because you're truly an empathic soul. And people like to take advantage of an empathic soul, especially narcissists. So if you're experiencing anybody that just does that, wants you 1 minute and then discards you the next, get rid of that person. Get rid of that person. That person is a narcissist, and you just don't need to be around a narcissist, especially as an empathic, loving soul that you are. So, if anybody is empathic, feels things from people, don't know why you feel sad when somebody's sad, even when they're hiding it, you're empathic. You're empathic. And narcissists love to take advantage of empathic people, or energy vampires too. And you have to be aware to separate yourself from people like that. Some people don't know they're energy vampires, and some people do. And it's okay for you to let people go. Again, that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. All right, guys, I have to go get ready for work. I'm ready, so to speak. But I just want to say thank you again to my son. I'm still going through stuff. Believe me, I'm going through some stuff still at work. But I've had to pull myself back. I've had to pull, instead of giving my 1,000,000%, I'm only giving 100% now. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, guys? Love you guys. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Don't forget your health is your wealth. And we'll see you guys another time on the flip side. All right, press this button.